Today, we are diving into one of the most powerful and profound conversations ever written down, the Bhagavad Gita. Now, you might think of it as this epic spiritual text, and it is, but at its very core, it's a story about a single person facing an impossible crisis on the edge of a massive, world-changing war. So, imagine this. The setting is the battlefield of Kurukshetra. You have two gigantic armies staring each other down, ready to go. And this isn't just any war, it's a civil war. We're talking cousins, uncles, and teachers all pitted against each other to decide who gets to rule the kingdom. I mean, the stakes could not be any higher.
But then, just as the horns are about to blow, the one person you'd bet everything on, the greatest warrior on the field, Prince Arjuna, he just completely breaks down. He throws down his weapons and says, "I can't do this. I won't fight." And that moment of absolute crisis, that's where this incredible story really begins.
Now, we're not talking about simple pre-battle jitters here. Arjuna is having a full-blown moral and emotional collapse. And honestly, this is the genius of the Gita. The whole thing kicks off not with some abstract high-level philosophy, but with this raw, gut-wrenching moment of human anguish. And you can just feel the total despair in his words. He turns to his best friend and charioteer, Krishna, and basically says, "What's the point? Any victory we win will be soaked in the blood of our own family. The kingdom, the happiness, it's all meaningless to me now." And to really get what he's going through, you have to look at who's on the other side. This isn't some faceless army of strangers. He's looking at his own grandfather, his beloved teacher who taught him everything he knows, his uncles, his cousins. How are you supposed to fire an arrow at the people you love? And his worries go even deeper than his own personal grief. He starts thinking about the domino effect. He tells Krishna, if we kill the elders, who will uphold our family traditions? Society will fall apart. He's imagining this total chain reaction of chaos that will destroy everything their culture holds sacred. So this is where Krishna steps in. But, he doesn't just pat Arjuna on the back and say, "Hey, it'll all be okay." No, he does something way more radical. He completely reframes the entire problem, and he starts with the biggest question of all. Who do you think you are? Krishna's first point is a total game changer. He basically tells Arjuna, listen, the reason you're suffering is because you're making a fundamental mistake. You think you're this body, you think you're these relationships, but that's not the real you. This chart breaks it down perfectly. Think of the body like a set of clothes. It's temporary, it changes, it can get worn out or destroyed. But the soul, the Atma, that's the real you, the person wearing the clothes. And that person is eternal, unchanging, and can never, ever be destroyed. Krishna makes this crystal clear. The soul, the true self, exists beyond birth and death. So even if the body dies, the actual person inside isn't harmed at all. And let me tell you, this one idea is the key that unlocks everything else to come. Okay, so that raises a pretty big question, right? If you're an eternal soul just borrowing a body for a while, then what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to live your life? Well, Krishna's answer is all about finding purpose through action. The central concept here is something called dharma. Now, this word gets thrown around a lot, but it's not just religion. Think of it as your unique purpose, your cosmic job description. It's the path you're meant to walk based on your own innate nature. And Krishna tells Arjuna that, for him, a warrior standing on a righteous battlefield, his dharma is actually pretty clear. So Krishna just lays out the logic for him, step by step. He says, look, 1, your nature is to be a warrior, a protector. 2, this is a just war, a necessary fight for what's right. 3, that means fighting is your sacred duty. And so 4, if you refuse to fight, you're actually turning your back on your purpose, and that's a problem. So how is he supposed to fight? This is where Krishna introduces this incredible idea called karma yoga. It's the art of selfless action. The whole idea is to do your duty to the absolute best of your ability, but to completely let go of what happens next. Don't worry about victory or defeat or what people will say. Just do the work. It's this path to an amazing kind of mental freedom. All right, let's pause for a second. Arjuna is being asked to swallow some huge, world-changing ideas. You might be wondering, who is this Krishna guy to be saying all this anyway? What's his authority? Well, hold on, because things are about to get cosmic. In what is probably one of the most mind-blowing moments in all of literature, Krishna literally pulls back the curtain. He reveals his true, divine, universal form to Arjuna, a vision that is both terrifying and stunningly beautiful. He shows him that he's not just a friend driving his chariot. He's the supreme being, the source of everything.
And to help Arjuna even begin to grasp this, Krishna puts it in simple terms. He says, think of the greatest thing in any category. I'm that. He is the peak of the mountains, the sacredness with the tree, the power within the gods. He is the essence of excellence in all of creation.
Krishna also gives Arjuna a sort of operating manual for the material world. He explains that everything is influenced by three basic forces, or gunas: goodness, passion, and ignorance. These energies color all our thoughts and actions. Arjuna's despair, for instance, that's coming from a place of ignorance. The goal is to see these forces for what they are so you can rise above them and act from a pure place.
Okay, so after all of that, after this incredible, universe-expanding lesson, the spotlight swings back to Arjuna. He's been given this profound knowledge. How is he going to respond to that impossible choice he faced at the beginning? And the change is, well, it's total. All this knowledge isn't just interesting information. It's a cure. Understanding who he really is, what his true duty is, and who Krishna is, it's like a bright light that just vaporizes the fog of his confusion and grief. The paralysis is gone. And his own words say it all. His transformation is absolute. He tells Krishna, my confusion is gone, I'm steady now, I have no more doubts, and I am ready to do what you say. The real battle, the one inside his own mind, is officially over, and he's won. And with that, Arjuna picks up his legendary bow. But here's the crucial difference. He's not the same man who dropped it. He's no longer fighting out of anger or for revenge or even for a kingdom. He is now acting purely out of duty, as a service, completely unattached to the outcome. And in the end, the Gita turns that question back on every single one of us. It leaves us with this timeless, deeply personal challenge to think about in our own lives. When what you feel and what you know you should do are in a head-on collision, which one wins? Which path do you choose?